This perp back with another video, and I just got done watching the brand new Netflix movie called Project Power, starring Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and also Dominique Fishback, aka Chika. And I wonder, I see why she made the double XL freshman list. Still haven't heard none of her music, but based off this movie, I'm kind of interested in kind of checking out her music. That's just a little side note. But before I get into this review, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at perpminder420. And I want to apologize ahead of time for my audio quality, but I had to just give you guys this shit raw. I'm not in my usual space where I record and stuff. But anyways, let's get into this review because I want to kind of break some things down and, kind of give you my thoughts on this whole entire review. I'm not going to go too deep into like spoiler stuff because I know this is like a fresh movie, so not everybody has seen it, but I just want to kind of break down the three main characters and just the overall like story and just where this could possibly go. So let's start with Jamie Foxx's character, Art. He is like ex-military, whatever, and he's on a mission to find the source on what the fuck is going on with all these people getting these powers with these pills, not to mention, all this is going on with these pills that have just been made, so it's like 6 weeks been going on. And that's what's interesting about this whole entire story and how I feel like they can really expand on different things within this kind of universe that they kind of built here. It's a really good stepping stone. There's definitely some issues I have with like some of the dialogue. Some of the dialogue is kind of cringy, but the overall movie and just the way it's paced, I think it's really well paced. But going back to Jamie Foxx's character, he's not your typical, he definitely plays, you definitely see hints of Jamie Foxx in here, but like this is not your like happy-go-lucky type of Jamie Foxx. He's very ruthless. His character is willing to do whatever it takes to get to his goal, and he has a couple goals in this. I don't know if they kind of spoiled this in the trailer or not, but pretty much he's kind of looking for his daughter, but I'm not going to explain to you why he's looking for his daughter. Obviously he loves his daughter, and it's his daughter. He wants to find her, but there's a bigger twist to it. I'll just leave it at that. But he's a really cool character. I really like how he kind of interacts with all the different characters in this pretty much movie, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Dominique Fishback's character, Robin. She's an interesting character. I'll talk about her in a moment, but pretty much Jamie Foxx's character is really, really interesting in this. Like I said, let me know in the comments, do you feel like Jamie Foxx is more of an anti-hero or somewhat of a villain? Because he definitely does some villainous things in here, but by the time you get to the end of the movie, you kind of have a different perspective and a different look on the character of Art and whatnot. And I just really like how he's determined. And you see this a lot in these different characters. There's not really like a really heroic character. Like, they do some heroic things in here, but would you really consider that heroic? I just want to kind of like put that out there. But let's go to Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, Frank. Now, he is a really fun character. He's kind of like a wild kind of cop type character. He's willing to pretty much go to lengths of the people that are using these pills to kind of combat that and just fight back against criminals and whatnot, and he wants to put a stop to it. And it's really cool to see his different perspective and his kind of ideologies and stuff, and that's what's really dope about all these different characters. Some of the performances were kind of over the top, but it didn't take me out of the movie completely. Like I said, they could touch up on some of the dialogue if they make a sequel. Hopefully they make a sequel, but I really enjoyed Frank as a character. He really added the humor that the movie kind of needed. This is not your typical superhero movie that I would say you should watch with your kids, because it's definitely violent. I was not expecting that, because I didn't really look at the rating on this. I'm pretty sure this is R, because there's a lot of like really graphic things, a lot of cameos in here that I was not expecting. Like, one, I'm just gonna spoil off the top, because like I was not expecting to see this person to pop up in this movie. But Casey Neistat, I think I'm pronouncing his name right, but like he's a YouTuber and stuff, and he made a cameo in this movie. It's really interesting. But I really like how they handle the whole 5-minute limit of these pills. When you take these pills, you pretty much get a different ability. It's just like a random ability. Some people know what they're taking, some really don't. But you know, I really like how effective it is, and how, you know, Art and Frank are able to fight, and the fight scenes were amazing. I think the fight scenes were really dope, especially if you're watching this in 4K. I thought this was really, really cool. Let me talk about Robin real quick though. But Robin is an interesting character. I don't know if she's gonna be everybody's favorite, just because, you know, yeah, she's a female rapper, you know, in this movie, so it's kind of like, oh, she's just probably in here to pretty much you know, get noticed, which it was really smart. I'm not knocking that, but you know, there's gonna be some people out there that be like, oh, Robin doesn't feel real needed, but she does play a pretty interesting part and an interesting role throughout this movie. So, you know, I'm cool with Robin. She's not like my favorite, but I feel like they could explore some things if they were to kind of expand this into like a trilogy. Let me know also, like, if y'all seen this, would y'all like this to just be a standalone, or would you like to see like a trilogy or multiple movies? I think they could go do a trilogy, maybe expand to a whole entire kind of like 6-movie kind of saga type thing. I don't know. I think this could really work. I would pick a trilogy, because there's a lot of things you could explore, because, you know, this is a thing that just popped up within like 6 weeks, and like it was just everywhere. It was just chaotic and whatnot. I'm wondering what other villains are out there, because the villain in here, I would say, is definitely subpar. The man that plays Biggie, I forgot his name. He's from Westworld. But anyways, he's pretty much a generic villain. He really didn't like shock me. That's why I said, like, one thing was really lacking in this was a really good villain. I don't think there was a really strong villain. That's why I said maybe they could expand and make a trilogy, and in the next movie we can get a really good villain that could combat these 3 characters. And, you know, maybe multiple different villains. There's different like levels to it. Who knows? I think there's a lot of interesting things they could do overall in this universe. That's all depending on if people are really enjoying this movie and it's received really well. Excuse me for skipping up on my words. It's kind of late. I just got done doing a stream and whatnot. Also, I got another video coming very shortly. Just a little side note, but I really enjoyed this movie. If I had to rate it 1 out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7.5, a solid 7.5. I think there's a lot of interest, like a lot of different things they could do with a sequel, and I love the uniqueness about how they utilize like powers. It's very familiar, but they do a lot of unique things, and the fighting is on point. I like the soundtrack. I'm really interested just in this whole entire world. Let me know if you've seen this, your thoughts without spoiling it for people. And if you haven't seen it, are you interested in checking this out? I want to know your thoughts. Leave all your thoughts in the comments below. Till my next video, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.